page was something new, and I knew that the worst that could happen if I started posting content for my Instagram was that I would maybe, if I posted 10 reels, the worst that could happen is maybe I gain 5 followers. But that's better than no followers. So the worst that could happen out of me posting was I gained some followers. So if I can just post 30 videos and maybe get 15 followers, that's better than posting no videos. So I wanted to try it, do something fun. And I also knew that I had no clue how it worked, but I knew if I started it, I would start to learn it. And now at the point where I'm at now, I understand how the algorithm works and what to post, when to post, what stuff to use and things like that. So I guess I motivated myself, and also everyone can do it. I mean, you don't even have to post yourself. So I guess it's just fun to see the numbers go up and help people out. So yeah. This should have been my special number. It's like one of my favorite numbers, 23, for Michael Jordan. But
Yeah.
what are some of your soccer red flags? That's a funny question. I guess complaining. I guess I get mad during games. I rarely ever lose like my temper during games. Like I try not to scream at people, and I try to just be chill, and just do my job. But as soon as someone like falls down, or especially in my box, if someone were to flop, like I'm on their head, like I'll scream at them, because I had a game where versus Maryland this past spring, where it's a 1v1 and it's a collision between me and him, and he like studs me. So I'm the one who should be hurt, and he's the one screaming, and I kind of get into him a little bit because I don't understand like the whole complaining thing. So the complaining really bothers me. Yeah. But I guess on the lighter side of things, people who miss penalties, I don't understand how you can miss a penalty. As a goalie, like saving penalties is already really difficult. If you're taking a penalty, and if I'm saving your penalty, like yeah, big ups to like goalies and things like that. But if you're a field player and you're missing a penalty, like I don't know what you're doing. Like that's a red flag. You should be scoring all your penalties.
That's kind of very interesting, because I always used to watch and I'm like always thinking the penalty kicks are like the hardest ones.
No, I don't know. Like I think I'm able to take PKs, but I guess it's a different mindset for a goalie because we don't have to think that much. I think they're thinking a lot.
Yeah.
And obviously we are thinking a lot too before we save it, but I don't know. Question 17. You managed to set a record of 3-1-2, having a goal against average of 1.1, with a save percentage of 0.75, and 21 saves in the year, which is impressive. Tell me more about your past season. So I played my last season at UCLA, which was this past fall. I played, what was that, 6 games, I think. It was definitely the hardest season I've had. I went through a decent amount. I started the season as a starter. Then they pulled me out after the first game. So you kind of have to just do your best every minute. I was very, very thankful and proud of myself that I was able to just keep going after getting pulled and then put back in and pulled and get back in and just try to. I got taken out, and I'm very thankful for that because I was able to move on and do something else and challenge myself in another way. But I guess learning from this season, like it was great to play those good teams and do really well. But I guess I learned a lot throughout this season by just figuring out how to get through the tough stuff and then just trying to come out the end, doing things that you don't want to do, but just do them anyway. Outside of the sport, really. But yeah, it's kind of a tough question to answer because it's like there's like a lot of things that happen in a season, so it's tough. Okay. 27.
Like halfway through.
Yeah. Is it hard to switch off from creating content and then focusing on soccer?
Or vice versa.
Yeah, I find it. I'm only speaking from my angle. I don't find it difficult at all because I care only about soccer. I care about social media, but all my eggs are in the soccer basket. So I don't go. I kind of each day is kind of set up periodically. So we usually most teams in America and in the world train it around the early part of the day, so around 10, 11. And so you train. I don't go on my phone until after practice. So after practice, I'll deal with Instagram and Reels and all my content, making and editing videos. So from the time I wake up till after practice, which is probably around 1 or 2, I'm really not thinking about anything other than like preparing for soccer than playing. So I don't really have a problem with like dealing with it. And then once I'm done with practice, I can just go and make content and do whatever I need to do. So it's not really a problem for me. Yeah. Question 33. Who is your favorite goalkeeper?
Yeah.
I would say my favorite goalkeeper is Donnarumma, just because he's my height and he can move really quick. So one of the best teams in the world. My favorite non-goalkeeper probably is Roy Keane. He played for Manchester United.
Yeah.
He's like my favorite field player.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of goalies, but I am a big fan of Roy Keane and some other soccer players. But yeah, I'd say those two.
You watch a lot of like female soccer too, or just?
I know some female soccer players just from UCLA and playing soccer a little bit, so I know a little bit about it. I know some goalies. I've trained with some women goalies, but I don't watch that much. But San Diego Wave is in.
Yeah.
Obviously San Diego, so I'll go and watch games with my mom. She loves watching those games. We've come to like Angel City games too. But yeah, I know a decent amount about women's soccer. Yeah. Hope Solo, a lot of the England national team women's goalkeepers. I watch a lot of them.
What would you say? Do you have like one favorite player?
Favorite women's goalkeeper?
Or like not just in general, like favorite woman.
Women's player?
Yeah.
My favorite women player. How do I say that? I'll just say my favorite female player is, I don't know. Female player would be, there's like a rookie that won Rookie of the Year last year. I don't know what team she's on. I think she won Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. But she's really good. Yeah, I don't really know her name, but she's a baller. And Barca has some really good women's players. Number 12. Where's 12?
Am I missing?
Unless I said the wrong number. No, that's definitely 12. Question number 11. Number 11. Who is Sam Joseph off the field and off of social media? I would say I think people have a skewed personality, like perspective on me, because when they see me in athletics, or they see me on media, or they see me in a game or in practice or in and around the facility, I have a really serious face. I guess I have an RBF, like a really bad RBF. It's passed down in my family. But I'm very serious in and around those areas. But outside of that, I can flip a switch because I have like a performance self, which is very serious and focused on soccer, and then a non-performance self, which is like this, where I'm a way different person. Like, I rarely talk on the field, but off the field, you can catch me talking to everyone. I'll try to talk to everyone. But the two different types of selves are complete opposites. Both are good people, though, I think, hopefully. Oh, I think there was another part of the question. What do I like to do off the field? Away from soccer, I still love to play soccer, so I'll go to the beach and play soccer. I just think it's a part of my life, and it's a lot of fun. I mentor, I train kids, I read a lot. Reading's a huge part of my life. I spend a lot of time with my family. I love going to the movies. That's like my biggest cheat meal, is going to AMC movies and getting like a huge bucket of popcorn with a slushie. That's like my favorite thing. But I would say off the field, I'll go to, like, if I practice in the morning, after practice, I'll go to a coffee shop. I'll read for about an hour, work on content, work on some emails, do some paperwork, and then do whatever I need to do for the rest of the day. So I might go to the beach, I might hang out with some family, might go to the mall, shop a little bit. But yeah, I think most of my life revolves around reading, soccer, and things like that. The beach. Question 9. Question 9. Was there an event in your life that made you want to take... Question 9. Was there an event in your life that made you want to talk more about mental health and motivating others? I'll talk about mental health first. I guess growing up, there were some things that occurred in my family that had to do with mental health. So I kind of got a quick snapshot. I said it wasn't quick, it was a little bit longer, about what it is, how it can affect you and your family. So I realized that was what that was at a young age. And I got to learn about mental health, and not in the best ways, but you get to learn about it. And as you get older, as I've gotten older, a lot of guys, especially in and around my family, have gone through mental problems and have passed away. And I think if you can understand what mental health is and how to better yourself in and off the field at a younger age, by the time you get older, you'll have enough mental headspace to understand your surroundings and take care of yourself. So I think that's a big component of me trying to promote mental health to younger kids, is because in and around my family, there's been people that have passed away because of mental health. And I think I want to provide people with the understanding of how to take care of yourself, because it's really important. I think the second part of it was for motivation. I just think it's important to be motivated in life. If you're not doing something that you like, then you probably aren't going to be motivated. And even if you aren't, there's still ways to be motivated. So I think motivation is huge. I grew up listening and watching motivational people: Brian Tracy, Eric Thomas, David Goggins. Who else have I watched? C.T. Fletcher, Jim Rohn. These are all basically second dads. I mean, you can kind of listen to them all day. Yeah. Instead of listening to music, just listen to them, and they'll kind of help you throughout your day, weeks, months, years, and kind of help you, propel you, move you forward. So, yeah, I think motivation's huge. And question 10, how do you deal with anxiety/burnout? Everything in moderation is key. So in the book called How to Stop Worrying and How to Start Living by Dale Carnegie, talks about how do everything in moderation and do everything before you get burnt out. Meaning, so if I'm reading a book and I say I want to read an hour, say I get to page 30 and it's really good, stop. Stop at page 30 when it's really good. So by the time you come to the next time, it's really good again. Yeah. Instead of reading an hour and you're like, all right, I'm waiting for this to be done, I don't want to read anymore. Then by the time you get to it, it's a different kind of feeling. Do things and stop when you feel good. So when I'm training or doing things, anything, I do things when they get really good and a little bit close to that, I'll stop. So by the time I get to the next time, they're going to still be really good. If you have a 45-minute session and you do 60-minute sessions instead of a 45-minute session, they're going to start turning out to be not what you want. It's just not going to be as good. So doing everything in moderation and stopping before you get burnt out, stopping anywhere close is important. Yeah, I think that idea. Also, I would say napping. I think napping is a huge part of an athlete's life, and I think it should be a part of everyone's life, because it basically is saying it's a big FU to life by napping. It's saying we live in a world where everything's like this and we need to do so much. By napping, you're kind of saying shut up, I'm just going to sleep and do absolutely nothing for 15 hour and a half. And so by the time you come back from that nap, you have all this energy to go do whatever you want. And so I think giving yourself some time during the day to nap really has helped me. I nap sometimes twice a day. It could be 20 minutes, an hour. It just depends. So just taking a time to take care of yourself is really important. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I always heard napping was bad. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I read a book. My first book this year is called Why We Sleep by, I think it's something Walker. And if you want a wake-up call, that book will show you if you don't sleep and you don't take care of yourself, you're just going to go down a rabbit hole. And so, especially as an athlete, so it talks about it never speaks about athletes in that book, but it talks about people that aren't athletes. And if it affects regular people that aren't athletes, if it affects them, think about how much it'll affect someone who's an athlete who has to be perfect 100% of the time. So if I'm not getting my 9 hours and I'm not napping during the day, it's going to affect me. I won't be able to perform as much as I want to. So I take that stuff seriously, as much of it not seriously, but I take it seriously and let it not strain myself by being I have to nap or I have to sleep, understanding that it is going to improve my performance. So yeah. What is that, number 3?